अधुना Varnamalam prati gacchamaha. We will now revise what we have learnt in Varnamala and proceed with few more concepts and topics related to Varnamala. Now, Samskrita Varnamalayam Ashtachatvarimshat Aksharani Santi. In Samskrita Varnamala, there are mainly 48 letters. And Prathana Rupena Varnamalayaha Vibhagaha Evam Vartate. The main way in which we can classify Varnamala is in this way. It is classified into 3 categories. One, swaraha or vowels. The second one, ayogavaha. And the third is vyanjanani, the consonants. Ayogavaha are a few letters which cannot be pronounced independently and they require the help of swaras. But they don't fall into the category of vyanjanas. And that is why there is a separate classification called ayogavaha. In Samskrita Varnamala, in a general way, when we see, there are 13 swaras, 13 vowels, 2 ayogavaha mainly, and 33 vyanjanas or the consonants. Please make note of this chart, the classification of the Varnamala. Varnamala means the garland of varnas, the garland of letters. A letter is something, is a basic element in any language. The letters combine together to form words, and the words combine together to form sentences. And these sentences, when spoken, we will be able to communicate. Ataha, Varnaha, the letter itself, is very important aspect of any language. We will learn further in detail about the Varnamala, few definitions of swaras, ayogavaha, vyanjanas, and so on. But we will continue from what we have learned so far about the swaras. Swaraha, trayodasha swaraha santi. 13 swaras are there. And this we have already seen yesterday. I will tell this again so that it is easier and we will be able to understand it well. So as I was saying in my previous class, we will make use of some instrument to keep track of the time, to keep track of the count, and we will be able to understand how to pronounce these letters. So I'm making use of 2 dusters right now to clap or to count. So how we'll be able to pronounce these letters? The first letter A is 1 matra kala. 1 matra kala means 1 time unit. A. So this clapping will be continuous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. For 1 beat, it is akara. A. For 2 beats, it will be a. Exactly on the beat, you will have to stop. We shouldn't extend it too much, nor shorten it. So this counting will really help to get the correct pronunciation of these swaras. Swaras mean these are the independent letters which can be pronounced, or these letters can be pronounced independently. Swayam rajante iti swaraha. Don't worry about these technical definitions. Just keep listening to it and understand and remember these words. Namo namaha. Purnataya vadatu.
A, A, I, U, R, E, I, O, Au, Aha.
Uttamam.
A, I, U, R, L, E, I, O, Au, Aha.
Uttamam, Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha. I will just recite it for those who are new to the class. A, I, U, R, A, I, O, Au, Aha. So these are the right way of pronouncing these letters. In the first class, we saw swaraha and we did not introduce the concept of ayogavaha. Ayogavaha means these require the help of the swaras for their pronunciation. The two ayogavaha are, one is called anuswaraha, which is and the other is called visargaha, which is aha. Aha, these two are the two ayogavaha, and these are called anuswara and visarga respectively. So this bindu, what you see, is the anuswara, and these two bindus or two dots after the letter is the visarga. It can be am, im, etc. And similarly, aha, aha, ihi, ihi, and so on. So these two letters, anuswara and visarga, require the help of these swaras to pronounce, and hence they are called ayogavaha. Hope this part is clear. And now we will learn the next classification of the Varnamala, which is Vyanjanani. Vyanjanas are the consonants and they require the help of the swaras for the pronunciation. So there are totally 33 Vyanjanas, which are again classified into two parts. One is Vargiya Vyanjana or classed consonants or grouped consonants, and the other one is ungrouped or unclassed, which is called Avargiya Vyanjanani. So now it is very important again here to note the pronunciation of all these letters, and I will teach the pronunciation. You may all know it, but still, as part of learning it well and correctly and effectively, I'll be teaching these again. Ka.
K. K.
The second letter, please note, kha.
K. K.
Very good. Ga.
G. G.
Gha.
G. G.
Nga.
N. N.
Very good. Uttama Ritya Uttam. So if you note, all these letters, ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, all these letters are pronounced from the same place. The place of origin for all these letters is the kantha. These are called gutturals in English, or kantha varnaha, kanthastha varnaha. So the place of origin is kantha. There is a confusion for most of the people to pronounce this letter, the last letter, which is nga. Some people say nya, nya, etc. But the right way to pronounce is to note the exact place of origin of ka and nga are same. You can place your hand on your throat and observe the vibrations that you get when you pronounce these five letters: ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. If you are pronouncing it right, you will feel the same or similar vibration for nga as how you observed for kakara. So the fifth letter, we will require the help of our nose as well to pronounce. Nga. It is not just nga, it is nga. There is a nasal element that is coming while pronouncing this letter, which is the fifth letter, nga. So please note this. Now, I want you all to take a piece of paper like this. So now we will do a small exercise to understand how to pronounce the first letter k, g, and the third letter, and how to pronounce kha and gha. Please take a piece of paper from your book, or any sheet is fine. Okay, place it in front of your mouth. Place it in front of your mouth. And please note, When I say ka, ka, this paper is not moving much. But when I say the second letter, kha, kha, you can note that the paper moves forward. Similarly, for the third, ga, gha, nga. I'll repeat again. Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. So, when we pronounce these letters, these are again classified into three types, which we will learn in the next slide. The first letter, the first and the third letters of each of these varga are called alpa prana. Alpa prana means which requires less energy, less air for pronunciation. The second and the fourth letters are called mahaprana, mahaprana aksharani or mahaprana varanaha, and they require more air or higher energy to pronounce it. And hence, if you see, you can just notice this while using this paper: ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. Similarly, for the second varga, the next five letters as well: cha, cha, ja, jha, nya, and so on. Now, keeping this paper for now while you are practicing, please repeat all these letters correctly. So you will be able to know whether you are pronouncing a Mahaprana or an Alpaprana and whether your pronunciation is right or wrong. I encourage all of you to keep this paper in front of you and pronounce now so that it will be easier for you to understand this concept well. Okay, the second varga I will tell: cha,
cha, cha,
cha,
cha, cha,
uttamam, ja,
ja, ja,
jha,
ja, ja,
nya.
nya, nya.
Very good. So cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. All these, whenever we're pronouncing, our tongue touches the back portion of our teeth, behind the teeth. This organ or this sthana is called talu, talavya.
Okay.
Palate, we can call it as. So these are all the palatals. These letters are palatals. Dhanyavadaha. We'll go to the next varga. Ta,
Ta, ta,
tha,
tha, tha,
da,
da, da,
dha,
dha, dha,
na.
na, na.
Very good. So these letters, if you notice, whenever we are pronouncing these, ta, tha, da, dha, na, our tongue rolls back. Okay. These letters are called retroflex letters. The sthana is murdha because your tongue is pointing towards your head. Murdhanya varnaha. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. We'll go to the next varga. Ta,
Ta, ta,
tha,
tha, tha,
da,
da, da,
dha,
dha, dha,
na.
na, na.
Uttamam, very good. So these letters, if you observe, when you pronounce, your tongue touches the teeth. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. And hence these are called dental letters, or in other words, in Sanskritam, dantyaha. We'll go to the next varga. Pa,
Pa, pa,
pha,
pha, pha,
ba,
ba, ba,
bha,
bha, bha,
ma.
ma, ma.
Uttamam. So a few people pronounce this letter, the second letter in pavarga, as fa. Okay, but the right pronunciation is pha because both our lips should come together. So these letters are called labials, or the Oshtya Varnaha, because with the help of the place of origin for all these letters is the lips. Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma. And the last set of 8 letters, this is called Avargiya Vyanjanas. Ya,
Ya,
Ra,
Ya, Ra, Ra,
La,
La, La,
Va,
Va, Va,
Sha,
Cha, Sha,
Sha,
Sha, Sha,
Sa,
Sa, Sa,
Ha.
Ha, Ha.
Uttamam. So the first 4 letters are called Antasthaha, and the last 4 letters are called Ushmanaha. Just remember these words so that I'll repeated listening of these words, you'll be able to remember it well. So very important thing here, when we say ya, ra, la, va, ya, ra, la, va, these are classified as alpa pranaha. Sha, sha, sa, ha, these are mahapranas. There is always a doubt for most of the students in pronouncing these 3 letters, sha, sha, sa. Most of the times, all these letters are pronounced similarly, sha, 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 sa, and so on, which is all incorrect. The right way to pronounce sha, sha, the place of origin is similar to that of chakara, cha, sha. It is plain sha, where, for example, we use Shankara, Shiva, and so on. That is sha. The next letter, which is sha, this is a murdhanya letter, and we'll have to roll back our tongue. It is similar to ta, tha, da, dha, na. Sha, sha. You will be able to hear something like a whistling sound. Sha. That is the right pronunciation of this letter. And this one, it is straightforward. Sa. Example for the previous one is Shanmukhaha, Shashtihi, or Shat, and so on. For Sa, it is Sa, Saraswati, and Simhaha. So it is straight Sa. And Ha, when we say Ha, the air comes from our stomach. Ha. It is not Ha. 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 So if you remember any of the pranayama techniques, Ha. So you can know this letter will be giving similar effect when you pronounce it in the right way. Hope this classification is clear, and I have color coded it so that you will be able to identify which are the alpa pranas and mahapranas in the Vargiya Vyanjanas. Now, I want all of you to write this ka to ha once now in the class. Start writing. I will show the previous slide so you can see that and write it. Please write from ka to ha, these 33 letters in your notebook. I will as well write along with you so that it's easier for you also to see how to write. Though these may be very elementary, but these are important that we practice it time and again, and that is how we will be able to learn. So let me write in this right corner so that you'll be able to see it as well. Ka, pronounce and write. Pronounce and write. Kha, ga, gha, nga. Note the subtleties in each of the letters. You may find some of the letters are similar to each other. For example, if you see ngakara and dakara, you will see that these two letters are similar except that there is a dot for ngakara. And similarly, you will be able to find much more similarities in other letters, and you need to note down those so that you will be able to differentiate between various letters without any issues. The next varga, cha, cha, ja, Ch, Nya. Next, T, Th, D, Dh, Na, T, Th, D, Dh, Na, P, Ph, B, Bh, Ma, and the last set of 8 letters, Y, R, L, V, Sh, Sh, S, H. So these are the letters in Sanskrita Varnamala. So in some of the books you may also see in other Indian languages Ksha, Tra, Jna and other letters, but those are not the actual letters or the independent letters. They are Sanyukta Aksharas that we will be able to learn in our next classes, and so hence it is not part of the Varnamala.